All right, today, due to a few requests, we are going to learn how to draw Mandalorian characters. We're going to start with Baby Yoda because he's the easiest one. And of course, it's not Baby Yoda, but the child. We're going to draw a straight line across. And then these are the parts of his ears. So you notice it's basically 3 even lines. Then we're going to come back in and come back in. You can draw that right there. Now his outfit, wrap, papoose, whatever you want to call it, comes right up to his little cute face, and it like folds or something right there. So we have this sort of band that you can just put right on the bottom of the face. Then his outfit comes down basically kind of just like a nice soft rectangle on the bottom of that. And then you can draw a band right there. His arms, there's his sleeves, easy, easy. And he's got his little pointy fingers hiding in there. Now his eyes, that's the important part. 2 circles, fairly close together. A little sad face. Then I like to draw little circles inside those eyes and color the rest in black. He does have black eyes, but we want to see the highlight of the eyes there. So give him some place to stand, and don't forget to sign it. For his green, that's too dark. You can use a light green like that. I've got an even better green. This is again that Crayola Super Tips pen, not that one. Nope. Oh, there it is. All right, look at this green. See, that's definitely a Yoda green there. All right, so get rid of those other greens. I like the inside of his ear to be a different color, so I don't color that. And then just make sure you don't hit the highlights of his eyes when you're coloring across there. That's a nice green. For the inside of the ears, you could make it pink. I make it flesh color, just like a kind of a peach flesh. There we go. And then you just need 2 contrasting browns, and it'll look fine. You probably won't have the exact colors, but just any two contrasts will be great. Actually, that entire band up there should be the other color. There we go. All right. So there we have an adorable little baby Yoda. All right, next we're going to draw the Mandalorian. So for him, we're going to start with a backward C that's pretty deep, because that's his whole helmet there. Kind of comes down to a little easy point, not too terrible. Then we kind of divide it like an upper third right there. Come down on the sides there. And then this is the fun part. We swoop to a point. There we go. And that gives us that cool visor shape. You can make it even tighter if you want, but I like that. All right. Now he's a little tricky because kind of like Iron Man, he has these pauldrons on his shoulders. We're going to come like this. We can just put his hands on his hips too. All right, so the detail we have is gauntlet, glove, fingertips. Now he has a bandolier here with some various weapons, and then he has a chest plate underneath there, kind of comes like that. Then he has a section here that will be brown. There's also a section there that will be brown. Bring out his feet like normal. Thigh pieces. Boots. You're going to put in a cape right here. All right, this is pretty good. Now, you could color using the browns, kind of greenish colors of the original suit. I'm going to do the suit that he gets later, which is where he has all of the silver pieces. So the part that's cloth is going to just go ahead and be dark gray. We're going to keep it simple and not change colors for every single little thing. So that's dark gray. Then we're going to go ahead and hit the places that are going to be black. The cape is black. That part of the glove is black. The cape where it's laying there is black. The visor area is black. That's it. It looks like I did miss a dark gray spot here though. There we go. Now let's hit the parts that are brown. It's nice to use two different browns for this. So I use one brown that's for here and the boots. And another brown that's for the bandolier and the belt. And that just gives us a contrast between those two browns. Then we use the light gray for the rest of this. If you don't have two grays, then you're really gonna have to probably use the original suit where you'd be making some of the pieces tan and brown instead of silver. And you could use the same model to just make slight alterations. You could make Boba Fett as well, or Jango Fett. It's the same kind of Mandalorian shape. All right, there he is. And last but not least, we're going to do IG-11. Now, there's not a lot of colors on him, and pretty much all of his shapes are weird, but they are really easy, nice and straight, because he's basically a robot. So the first thing is that his head is basically a tube with a point on the top and a point on the bottom. It is kind of divided up. Put his eyes right there. Then he has this sort of double band right there and some dark circles down this way. All right. His body shape itself, it's kind of like this with all those gears going on. And he also has bandoliers, which we're going to draw on him. I don't draw any of my characters with guns in their hands, and that's because I draw at a school where I don't think that would be very appropriate. But of course, if you are drawing at home and you want to add guns in his hands, that would be very simple, of course. Just do a very simple shape with rectangles. All right, so his legs are just straight tubes. The knees have this sort of, dashed lines across them. Then we're going to make a last tube, and then his foot is kind of round like this. It's actually kind of triangular. That swoops down, that swoops up. Let's add a cord in there. Like that. It's close. Doesn't have to be perfect. We'll definitely still know who it is. A little cord and his little foot. His shoulders come out from these little nubs. I'm just going to draw his arms out to the side. And then his legs And he only has a thumb and then kind of 2 fingers. He is a great character. Love, love, love. Very funny. You can add, make his little arms, hands look a little more articulated by adding those. All right, Sarah's IG-11. We'll sign it. For color, he's a lot gray, and the bandoliers are brown. We're gonna add just kind of some of the places that would be darker, make those a darker gray. Let's do his feet darker. Really, this is nothing more than just adding contrast for kind of the sake of it to make it look a little bit better. And you could give him nice little red eyes so that his eyes stand out too. But he's gray. All right, I'm actually using 2 different grays right there. Give him like some shadows. Cool. You look good. All right, and really the only color that he has besides gray is these brown bandoliers. There we go. So to complete your Mandalorian collection, IG-11.